Now we are at two-step equations. Now, two-step equations are very similar to the one-step, but this means you're going to have two steps to solve them. And the way to do two-step equations to solve them, you're going to undo your addition, subtraction, and then you're going to undo the multiplication, division. So think of it as you're undoing your order of operations. So parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. So you're going to do the add, subtract first, then multiply, divide. So let's look at the first one. So you look at it, and again, like I said the other day, you want to draw a little line here to denote that that's your wall. What you do to the left side, you do to the right side. So you're going to undo your addition, subtraction first. So you're going to subtract 8 to both sides to start with. So now you have a 6x left. It's going to equal 42. Now you have 6 times x, the opposite of multiplication is division, so you're going to divide both by 6. So x equals 7. And then you can plug it in and make sure it works. 7 times 6 is 42, plus 8 is 50. Okay, next one. Again, I'm going to draw my little wall here. It's 2n minus 5, so we need to undo the minus. Opposite of subtraction is addition, so add 5 to both sides. And so then 2n equals 16. Well, now I have multiplication, so I'm going to divide by 2 to both sides. And I'm going to get n equals 8. And there we go. Okay, and then you can go and plug it in and check your answer afterwards. So 2 times 8 is 16, minus 5 is 11. Now, there's lots of problems here. If you want, you can pause and try them and then unpause and see if you did them, or else you can just follow along. Okay, so I draw my little wall. It's a plus 9, so I'm going to subtract 9. This one's tricky because it's going to be it has a negative number in there, so you have 4 equals negative 4k. So you got to get rid of the negative 4, so you're going to divide by negative 4 to both sides, and so k equals negative 1. So 4 times negative 1 is a positive 4, plus 9 is 13, okay? Again, draw your little wall, subtract your 7 to both sides. Negative 3y equals 20, sorry, one second. So equals 27. Then you want to go opposite of multiplication is division, divide by negative 3, and y equals negative 9, okay? Because 9 times 3 is 27. Okay, next one. Draw your little wall. Okay, it's a minus 7, so you're going to add 7 to both sides. That is 16 equals x over 2. So now I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. And so x equals 32. Okay, next one, draw my little wall. It's a minus 8 right now, or plus 8 right now, so you want to undo that and subtract 8 to both sides. So 3 equals c over negative 5. Now c over negative 5 is division, so you want to undo that. So you're going to multiply by negative 5. Multiply by negative 5, and so c equals negative 15. Okay, we go on. Now it's going to get a little bit tricky. This is where your reciprocal comes into play. So you're going to draw your line. It's a plus 22, so it's going to be subtract 22 to both sides. So 28 minus 22 is 6 equals 3/5 x. Now, in order to get rid of a fraction in front of a variable, you're going to take both sides times the reciprocal. The reciprocal is just it flips, so 5/3 and 5/3, because when you do this, it is 5/3 times 3 is 15, 3 times 5 is 15, 15 over 15 is 1. So then x equals 30 over 3, which would be x equals 10. Okay, next one. I'm going to make my line a little bit smaller so it's a little bit easier. You have an add 1, so you're going to subtract 1 to both sides. Ooh, negative 1 minus 7. So remember, negative 1 minus, or negative 7 minus 1 is like negative 1 plus negative 1. So you have two negatives, so you're going to add them, and you're going to get negative 8 equals negative 1/3 m. Again, you need to take it times its reciprocal, which would be times negative 3 over 1. times -3/1, which will just be m equals 24. Okay, these are a little bit trickier, the last ones. Okay, now you have a fraction bar. Like I said you had to undo your multiplication or your addition subtraction first, but on this one you can't because this is in parentheses, so you have to get rid of the 8 first. So it's going to multiply by 8, so x plus 11 equals -24. Now I subtract my 11, and x will equal -35, okay? Next one, again, a fraction bar, so you need to do that first, so times -2, times -2, n minus 5 equals positive 14, because negative times negative is positive. Add 5, and n equals -9, because you subtract and keep the sign of the larger. Oh no, sorry, it's 19 because I read it wrong. Because that's 14 plus 5 is 19. And there we go. So that is how you solve them. I'm going to start a new video with the next page, which is now going to be, we're going to make an equation and then solve it, okay? So this is just how you do it, and now we're going to actually apply it into story problems.